We're at Howard Cemetery, and this is on Ephesus Church Road. It's back up near the highway there. Established around 1860.
Here, after we got all this done. And the families, he got with his family, and they started putting monuments. Sandra Rowe, a lady, a Jackson lady, she's from Miss Bicycle. Joint effort, and we tried to put something on them all and identify as we could.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
This, right, this little gypsy girl. Go ahead, Dad.
Well, the story behind this that I was told by Mr. Howard up here said gypsies would come through here in the fall of the year and park over at Spring Creek. And one of them came up to his grandpa's house, and they had a little girl that had died, and they wanted to know if they could bury her, and they buried her here. Well, when we cleaned this cemetery off, he remembered it, and that was the old headstone, that metal thing. We uncovered it right here in this footpiece.
Wow.
And then we had that.
All right, we're standing here at the grave of my great-great-great-grandfather. This would be the grandfather of Pop Christmas, Ellis Christmas Sr., and it's Mose Christmas, who was born in 1814 and died in 1881.
He and I have the same birthday.
I thought there was another one over there, had you?
Daniel.
So Mose, Daniel, you, and little Jake all have the same birthday.
Plus my mother's dad, Miss Isaac.
It's pretty interesting. March 26th, is that correct?
Right. Us four have the same birthday.
Wow.
I wonder when I come here which one of them I am. That old man had three boys that I know of. The old man down here was killed, who we called him Jerry Christmas. Moses Christmas over yonder, the other was his son. And he has another one right here named Alexander. Three boys, this fellow did. Where his second wife is, or first wife, we don't know.
Wow. Where did he come in from? Now here, that's Alexander right there.
This was Moses' brother, Moses Jr., one that's over yonder.
Right, right.
It's his son. This was one of his sons. That was one of his sons. And J.M. Christmas over on the right, the big one there is his wife, was the son of Moses Sr., or the brother of Moses Sr. in the cemetery.
So that would be your great-great-grandfather.
Right.
And my great-great-great-grandfather.
From a historical viewpoint, he served in the Confederate, also was captured, worked in a coal mine, and one of the little coal trains supposedly went over his foot and cut his toes off.
Oh my.
He came back and became pretty successful in business. And this is his family. The tragedy is he was murdered, and his wife, and the little boy named Slocum in 1906 over at the old Christmas place. And supposedly one of his sons named Bill did that. They never did convict him. But these are his children and offspring. That was his second wife. His first wife was over here. I can't see her right now, but anyway, daughter. But anyway, they're identified. All of these was pretty well identified with it.
This is Glenwood Cemetery in Chipley, Florida. And Alice Pilcher Reynolds, 1881 to 1969.
I went to her funeral.
All right.
And called him Uncle Fax. That was her husband. He was a sawmill man.
Francis Fairfax Reynolds.
They called him Fax.
Wow. And
This
she
was one of their children, another one of them, and
6 kids in here.
yeah. Frank, I knew him. He was a World War I veteran. See it there.
Sure was.
And he used to come up every summer from down south. This was his, as far as I know, his wife, as I remember.
Nancy Bell Reynolds and Billy Reynolds.
Well, this was named Monroe. We called him Monroe.
Okay.
And Eugene was never married, far as I know, when he was one-legged. I don't know how he lost his leg, but I remember he wore a peg leg.
I seem like I remember seeing him when I was a boy.
Well, he died in '79, so you very well could have.
Seemed like I remember him being around your mom and dad's place when they were alive or something.
And Monroe would come up and visit with them. Now, Aunt Gussie is right here somewhere. They had a plot for her.
This is the gravesite of Gussie Christmas Gilbert. She was 103 years old, 1897 to 2000. And this, of course, was Douglas's mother and Adolphus's brother, sister, and Ellis Sr., his sister, Aunt Gussie. We're at the gravesite of Hubert Christmas and Aunt Ruby Christmas. This was my uncle and aunt, my dad's brother and sister-in-law. And he was a farmer here in Jackson County. I remember going to his farm as a child. Carol and Gerald are his children. And he was buried here in 1963. And Ruby was buried here in June 2011. And I served as a pallbearer in her service there. So this is Piney Grove Baptist Church. This is Arlene Christmas Gay. This was my aunt. She died in 1992. And 53 years old. Just a young lady, really. I remember when she passed. And she's the sister to Hubert and my dad and the rest of their family. This is my cousin Sherry, who was the daughter of Arlene, and she died in 2009. And Sherry was 49 years old. This was my cousin here, Arlene's daughter, Sherry. This is the marker on Horace Gay. He is the husband of Arlene Christmas and the father of Sherry Lynn Christmas. And here at Piney Grove, this is the gravesite of Ellis Christmas, my dad's father, my grandfather, 1893-1970, and my grandmother, Mattie Christmas, 1908-1975. And of course, these were my grandparents, my father's mother and father, Arlene's mother and father, Alton's mother and father. And then there's the headstone for Alton and Jean Dale. And then further on down, my mom and dad. And then we have Jonathan's gravesite down there. And this is Ricky's. And Ricky was just 44 years old when he passed. Ricky Christmas, Alton's son, my cousin. So she was the 6th child, and she died in 2006. That's hard to believe, isn't it? It's hard to believe it's been that long ago. Remember her well, of course, very well.